All right, my good friends, we are here once again for another HYPNOPOD. This is HYPNOPOD lucky number 7.
It is
with
lucky.
Our good friend Ryan Kibby. Welcome.
Welcome back. I was on one of them, and I came back.
You were the first podcast guest that we had. You're not a guest. You're actually the podcast.
And it was great. It was a great experience.
And
I learned a lot.
You learned a lot, and we had a different format back then. We had not evolved to the multicam yet. We did actually.
No, we did.
No, it
We
was,
had
but it was
multicam.
different. It was different. It was like multiple. We were changing
We
cameras.
were punk.
rather.
We were like punk rock about it. Like
Now
we had
we're
like cameras on the floor,
yeah.
just pointing up. It was cool.
Now we're
Now it's all-
overproduced. Now we're overproduced. Now we've sold out. We're posers.
Well, thanks for including me. Jeez, I feel like I'm chopped liver.
Yeah, we are sellouts. We are sellouts to the YouTube. Today we're going to talk about something special. We're doing a special podcast. We're not going to really be doing let's just wing it. We actually have a topic this time.
Multiple.
Multiple.
Topics,
We're going to
yeah.
talk about one thing though that is very major that's coming up. And that is your film that you have written and you're in pre-production right now called
Killer Roomba.
Killer Roomba. And let's talk a lot about Killer Roomba today. And
All right. Well,
trials and tribulations, how you got the idea, how long you've been working on it. We're going to talk about everything Killer Roomba and nothing else. And we apologize. It is 97 degrees outside, 97 degrees. So we have our AC running. So the entire show.
oh, it's playing in the background, the AC?
Yeah, but we need it. Or you're going to see, this is going to be called the sweat
Yeah, I would
episode.
rather have the AC. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm in a, oh my God, I'm in a problem situation right now. I don't have the lead girl cast.
For Killer Roomba.
Yeah. So I'm like trying to figure out what's going on with this. And it's a huge, it's pretty big. It's a big deal for an indie film. Like the actors need to be carrying the film, you know, like this is, I'm an actor's director. So if I don't have the actors, I have a vision in my mind of what she should be. But at the same time, I have looked at casting from like all types of different personalities and like looks. So it's not necessarily what's in my head.
Right. Yeah. And it kind of makes it worse that we're starting filming tomorrow. And
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I want to start shooting soon.
Yeah.
So like, it's kind of freaking me out. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I am kind of nervous about it. Like I don't know. I need someone that's really like the part of like this movie is okay. So basically, here's the thing. The sound is too loud in the headphones.
What is that? Is that my AC?
I don't know.
I think it's the AC. Okay. You hear it? It's like
I think that's the AC.
we'll put a little sweetener on there. Sorry to break up your chain of thought.
You know what? You did, but I actually still remember the thought. So
Okay.
I want to get this out there. Is the poster I wanted to have like kind of like look like a 50s vintage poster where the girl is like has her hair tangled in the Roomba and she's going like this, but like fake, you know, but like hot.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of like she's laying out like a swimsuit model type of thing, and she has the Roomba pulling her hair, and then that's Killer Roomba, and it has her hair tangled into the spinning wheel of this
Right.
Roomba, and it's like coming onto her.
So you need your actor first before you can make the poster, of course.
I really need the actress is an important part of the movie, and I don't have her cast. And like I have the perfect dude is number one. I haven't I might come out right now and I'm going to whistle blow the actor that we have attached to this.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Curtis from Fish Tank is Brad in this film. We have that rolling?
Yes.
Okay. He's attached to this movie. He's the perfect Brad. We need the Ashlyn character. And that's that.
Yes, we need our actors. And let's go a little bit back. Let's rewind to when you first thought of the idea for Killer Roomba. How many years is it? How long is it?
It's been years, right?
I remember you talking about at least
because we're
5
friends.
years, at least 5 years ago.
We're best friends, by the way. If anyone is watching this podcast, I mean,
it's kind of like a Seinfeld,
friends, you know.
Like Seinfeld and
You like Jimmy better than me.
Steinfeld and Costanza best friends.
Yeah, I've been, flying in and out. I've been gone a little bit, but I've had the idea for a long time, like years, right?
Years, yeah. When was the first time you got the idea? When you got a Roomba a couple years ago, probably you're sitting there going, it'd be kind of crazy if this Roomba killed me. Right? Like it was going around.
It was almost like an idea of like, why hasn't anyone made this horror film yet?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like sitting there thinking like, someone should have made this movie already.
Yeah.
And
right?
I was like, don't tell me I'm the asshole to make this movie.
Yeah, like somebody's got to make it.
Am I the asshole that has to make this?
Right.
It's sort of like, it started like that, and I was like, oh my God, I might have to be the guy that does this movie.
Yeah.
No one's done it. Why?
Yeah. Okay, we have a text message. Ryan's got a text message or email he has to get to.
It is... Oh, actually...
we might have to pause, and he's got to take a phone call.
This might be safe sesh.
Safe sesh?
It might be.
What do you mean?
It might be a safe sesh alert.
A safe sesh alert? You mean from like Instagram?
TikTok.
Okay,
yeah.
we got a
so
TikTok.
We have a TikTok.
We're going to take a time
plug safe
to
sesh
show.
real quick.
Where's the camera? We have a safe sesh here.
Let's plug safe sesh.
This is the custom item that, during the pandemic, we started building. Ryan and I, me and Ryan, or Ryan and I. I still don't get it.
I would say you, and then you brought me on because you were doing this 5 years prior. We were doing this in like 2011.
11, when I first thought of the idea, yeah. And so...
And then you told me about it in 2015.
And one day I'm going to make Killer Safe Sesh.
And you didn't even tell me when I first met you, though. You told me, like, I already knew you for a year, and then you told me. You're like, oh, I had to actually bring it up. I was like, what is this thing?
Yeah, even our viewers have no idea what the hell it is.
We're playing Xbox 360. We're playing Xbox One.
We're the first Xbox.
Well, wait, one is after 360. We were playing the old school. What were we playing back then?
Sega Genesis, probably. Mortal Kombat.
We were on the old systems back then.
Yes,
360 was new.
I'm drinking a White Claw watermelon seltzer. Yes. Okay. You guys can clown me in the comments. We have only 61 subscribers so far, so I'm not too worried about my rep. And you know what?
That's
I don't mind. I'm trying to let people talk anything they want. I love it.
And we want to say thank you, 65 people. Thank you so much.
61
people. Yeah. Thank you so much. Keep it coming. Keep the growth and the love, the likes, everything, the thumbs up. Keep that coming. It helps out the show. It helps out my friend. It helps out everything.
Yeah, when we get to 100 subscribers, we're throwing the biggest bash with about 4 or 5 people at my house, and it's going to be amazing. We're going to order from Uber Eats, probably just some salad. I have a new thing.
Healthy.
So the last episode I did with Blake. Blake is our good friend. Blake and Jimmy are 2 lovers, and we had Blake on, and I told her I'm never going to say or or on the podcast.
And you've been good.
I did it once or twice already, but I'm getting a lot better because I'm slowing down my speech. Let's get back to Killer Roomba because we can veer off. I really want to push Killer Roomba because it's a project you've been working on, and I am determined to help you make this movie happen. Whatever it takes. You helped me with my movie, and I was like, whenever Ryan's gonna make his movie, I'm 100% in, because I would have never made my movie if it wasn't for you. You pushed me, so I got to push you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do whatever it takes.
And I'm shoved up against the wall.
Yeah.
So
and we're gonna be filming in this house.
Yeah.
Let's talk about filming in
one of the major locations has to be this house.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I like this house so much is because, number one, we filmed it back when we were... Remember Cole Jenkins?
Cool.
You interviewed him on a previous podcast.
Yeah,
he was on HYPNOPOD number
4.
4?
Yeah.
Or 3?
Baxter was 3.
Okay, so he was on Hypno 4, and maybe you can have that up in the corner here.
Yeah.
So... we were shooting something like test footage, something funny, like some sketch, and we were lighting the apartment, and we did really cool lighting. We were trying to do like a cyberpunk, but we ended up getting like great shadows on the face. Yeah. This is a very perfect house.
Filmable, yeah.
Filmable for sure.
Doesn't have white walls.
And also across the street. Can we mention?
Yeah, we can mention.
We have Annabelle, one of the huge horror films.
Yes, Annabelle, the possessed doll film, was filmed across the street between the two houses.
There's something there.
There's something there.
Yeah.
Should I tell a quick story about Annabelle?
Yeah.
While we're at it, so they filmed Annabelle, and this is 2014-ish, and 2-3 years later, they sell the house. The owners sell the house. New neighbors move in. And I go up to them and say hello. They just move in. They're working on the front garden. I've told you.
You're the guy that's just like, this house is haunted.
Right. I think I've told you this story to many people, but I go up to, I'll make it as quick as possible. I go up to my new neighbors, and they're working on their garden, and I start talking to the husband. And I say, hey, welcome to the neighborhood. And hey, they film a lot of movies in your house, and they have Gangster Squad, all kinds of. They filmed on my street all the time. I say, hey, recently they filmed Annabelle here. It's really great. He goes, what's Annabelle? I say, oh, that movie with the possessed doll. And they had a murder scene between, and I'm saying these stupid things. They have a murder scene between the bedroom windows between your houses. I'm thinking he's going to be so happy to hear this. And all of a sudden he looks at me, he goes like, oh, we just kicked the camera.
I'm sorry. See? There you go.
And we just kicked the camera. Okay.
My bad.
And the husband starts going like this to me. He's like, stop. He's like, stop. He's like, don't let my wife hear what you're saying. And I look at his wife behind him.
Mortified.
And her face is like this. And she runs inside, and I look at the husband looks at me and goes, yeah, you probably shouldn't have said that. And I go, oh, yeah, sorry. And I turned around with my tail between my legs, and I walked back home. And they moved out. I saw a for sale sign within...
No, you didn't.
Yes. Within a month.
Is that true?
This is a true story.
They actually left?
They moved out because
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they moved out. They just moved in, and they moved right back out.
I thought that was the restaurant owner. So that's a different guy.
The restaurant owner is now living in that house.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't tell them about the movie. Any case, let's get
okay.
Well, we should go from horror movie to horror movie, from Annabelle to Killer Roomba, and Killer Roomba is going to be a much greater movie, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of work to do on it. I need to buy a remote control car. I need to put the shell of the Roomba. I need to put the shell on the Roomba on top of the control car. We got to figure that out. Yeah. That would be fun to do. I got to get the director of photography. We're having John DeFazio film it, and he needs to see the whole location and also my storyboard. I don't have a storyboard. I have a shot list, but I need to make... I feel like I do have a storyboard, actually. I took photos.
Yeah.
So we can
you have it in your head.
We have
your
to mesh.
Storyboard's in your head.
It is. So I need to mesh the photos that I took and just make it look like, maybe I can get AI to draw and make it look like a drawing. So I don't have to go in there and draw stick figures.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
You already have it all. So you have one location, right, for now. The main location is going to be this house. And then we're also going to move to another studio. And I know John DeFazio, right? He worked on a film called The Carnal Soul, which we have a great producer, Alexis Iocano. Iocano, is that the right way to say it? Alexis and Alex Esso was the producer, writer, director. And
so we have another studio, Division 8, or Envision 8.
Envision 8.
Not Division 8. It's Envision 8.
It's the studio in Burbank.
Yeah.
Good spot. Multiple different rooms you could choose to shoot from.
And we also need another studio that's different from there.
Yeah.
That we have to talk about as well. But that's like the last piece of the puzzle.
No
so
NDAs.
Making
no
a film,
NDAs.
it's like a puzzle. There's a puzzle.
No NDAs on this film because you are the NDA. You are the film. You can say whatever you want.
We need the last piece of the puzzle, which we could do it at Envision 8 Studios, but we really can't. We just shouldn't. You know, I need to go to this other place, which I already have in my head. I don't want to mention it because we're not there yet.
We're not there yet. But we have your main location where 95% of the movie.
I still need a girl.
We need a girl. If there's any actors, we have an actor tomorrow, Annie Semenova, coming in. And we'll talk to her about it. No.
If we get 1 million views on this video, we will cast her.
We will cast her. I'll talk to her on the podcast tomorrow.
Right.
I'm going to say, hey, what are you doing on September 20?
I actually, because I'm not the booking agent on this. I don't even know who you're interviewing next. I've, said I was going to reach out to people, but I didn't. How did you get that person?
Annie Semenova. We worked on a film together a couple years ago, and I mic'd her up, and we became great friends. So
let's talk about her for a bit.
I don't want to juice it up.
No, we should because it's the next podcast. This is like giving a little.
We're going to talk about Annie Semenova, but I don't want to give up too much information because then we'll give out information for tomorrow. Great actor, studied acting, is a business acting coach also, and we're going to do a great podcast with her tomorrow, so be sure to be tuned in, and we'll find out more about Annie tomorrow, and I think she would be great. We're probably gonna have to cut all this out just in case.
One
Because I'm giving up too much information about our next guest. And
you love editing.
You
love editing. Don't edit this.
One of the last episodes.
If you don't edit this right now, you're cool. Yo, 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 yo.
Hey, we gotta stay raw. We gotta stay raw, right?
Stay raw.
We're gonna stay raw.
Stay raw, Los Angeles.
And
stay raw, Los Angeles. Stay raw.
Stay
Los
raw.
Angeles.
And then we're going to also talk about free LSD here. You see my T-shirt. I don't know if it's coming up.
Good film. Good flick. I watched it. I never got a T-shirt. What the hell?
I bought a T-shirt.
I want a T-shirt.
Free LSD.
Where's mine?
Check out Free LSD, which is a full feature film.
I want my T-shirt. This is ridiculous, man.
Yeah. And it's a nice punk rock film. Definitely check it out. It's on streaming right now.
I really liked it. Amazing film.
Amazing, great film.
And also, Jimmy is in that movie, so check it out.
Jimmy is in that movie.
Very good, great performance.
We love cross promotion. Oh, we have another product we're going to promote actually, because we are sellouts, and we're going to promote. Oh yeah, We're going to promote wood sticks right now. Oh, Ryan's getting up. He's doing a run. We're going to edit this. Probably not. It's on the wide cam. So wide cam, you guys could see. And
we'll edit the sound of me hitting the mic. Edit the sound of me hitting the mic.
People love the raw moments, I think. And get the microphone as close to you as possible. Good sir.
This is a company that we are not sponsored by, but it's called Alma Acura.
And let's get that to the camera. Let's show the camera.
Soul healing experiences.
Let's become should we become sellouts and sell out to corporate America? We can no longer call ourselves punk after that, though.
These are wooden sticks from Peru, from a holy tree in Peru.
Okay, let's tell us more about it.
I learned about these in an online art collective. Let's be real, hacker art collective. But yeah, we have.
You are not in the camera. You're not in the camera, by the way.
Check.
You know what we should do? I think we could make podcast history if we burn one of the microphones. Right?
Someone's done that already.
They've burned a microphone.
I don't know. We gotta look that up.
That smells like...
I'm using it with the Safe Sesh.
I don't know what it smells like. It smells like something. And if you get that mic up a little bit on you, a little bit closer, just pull it up off this right here.
Gotcha.
Right here. Okay. I always be telling, hey, get that mic closer because we don't have a. There we go. Look at that. And a little lower. Let's show the smoke to the camera. There you go. I'm trying to place the sound and figure out what the sound is like. The smell. I'm a few White Claws in. So, I thought we were going to spend the entire time talking about Killer Roomba, and we are cross-promoting, though.
It's all been cross-promotion. I have not been able to talk about my movie.
Yeah, let's talk about your movie, because that's why we're here. And so, Killer Roomba, we're gonna start shooting. I'm one of the producers. I somehow got tangled into becoming a producer, and I love producing and doing. Also, am I gonna be doing the sound for the film?
Well, you're doing a lot of things. So not only the sound, but you're providing the location, which is like, people get associate producers for that credit. Also, you're going to be marketing with the podcast.
Okay.
So, there's another aspect and element of that, of movie making. People need to know that there's a movie. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So there's that. So you're going to be podcasting. You're doing sound. You're doing location hosting. You're helping me out with lighting. You're helping me out with a lot of other aspects. Like I come to you when I'm like, hey, do you think this is cool?
Yeah. And
that's producing.
Yeah, I do think it's cool. I think it's all cool. I want to be part of Killer Roomba because I think we're going to make movie history.
How does the Roomba kill someone?
Right. There's
all of these things.
Can we talk about that a little bit or no?
Yeah, of course.
We first started, we were going to have the Roomba
there's a
lasers.
slamming. There's going to be lasers off the Roomba. The Roomba's going to use knives. It's going to hit something off of a shelf and fly over here. I believe that you did come up with an idea of what if the Roomba just goes behind the person and trips them, and they
they're
die.
Smart because I believe, I don't think it's in the script now.
It is. There's
the lasers. I'm talking about having lasers and knives. I said, why don't you just have the Roomba? This was one of your ideas too, but have the Roomba be just finding ways to kill people, kind of like Final Destination, where things just happen. It just smartly kills people. It trips them.
It moves a screw out of the way or something. And it does something. It does
thing that's not supernatural. Where you go, why would the Roomba have the ability to do that? The Roomba puts itself in
the environment,
in positions to cause harm to people in an intelligent way, which I find is very intriguing.
Here's the thing that I want people to try to think. Is there going to be... Will this cut away to some, random dude, in the desert in, the Middle East, just, on a headset, and he's, watching the Roomba, and he's, controlling it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to be...
It could be.
Is that going to be what's going to happen? Or...
Part 2.
Is there going to be a crazy biological organism that stretches out of the brush cage and Squid likes over top of something and grabs a knife and slashes them. I want people to not know what's happening when they go into the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that is an important for like a longer version of this film.
It's very important.
I think that we could actually do a little bit of a lot of different things.
We could do a lot of different things with the film. And this is going to be, let's get it out. This is going to be about a 10-minute short film.
I wanted to run it like 5 to 7 minutes.
5 to 7 minutes.
But I think if it has to be 10 minutes, then yes.
Yeah, that would be a sweet number. 10 minutes is a great number.
I'm trying to get it under, because the film festival circuit is I really want to hit that circuit.
Is that what the number is, about 6 or 7 minutes for short films?
I don't know, but I know that the amount of time has to do with what other movies they play you with.
I got you.
So you are going like with the other films that are this long, and I don't want everyone to be in there for like 4 hours, like watching movies and be like, "Oh yeah,
right.
That was a good movie." After the last 3 that I watched that were like 20 minutes long, like I don't want that.
I see. I suppose we'll find out in the edit.
Exactly. We're gonna find out in the edit either way.
And you're gonna
I guarantee you, I'm most likely. I really want this to be 5 minutes. I think that it could be.
And you're going to be editing the film as well?
Yeah.
Directing, writing, editing, producing. And you're not going to be acting in it, though, because that would be too many hats.
Yeah. This isn't the one yet, but I have great actors in this.
You could put on a wig and some makeup.
Great actors. And I am an actor. I know acting, so I'm telling you right now, the actors that I am getting in this are going to be phenomenal.
Yes, of course. And that is the most important part of it, because if the actors are...
That's it. That's the only thing.
And of course...
And of course, obviously, all the special effects that I'm paying for. Yeah, that's
the blood spatter is what I'm coming for.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be gore. This is good. Like that's another thing. It's a horror comedy, so
right.
Yeah, there's gonna be the amount of comedy. Yeah, but there's gonna be horror. There's gonna be gore. There's gonna be. It's gonna. You know my favorite horror film?
Not Annabelle. Oh, Shaun of the Dead.
No. Well, that's a great
romantic
one. But no, my favorite of all time, like it's a classic, and you should know this.
Night of the Living Dead.
No. You almost
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
No, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street. I knew that.
Yeah,
Damn.
And it's my favorite pinball machine.
Oh,
as
right.
well.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that movie it surpasses cinema as an actual film. It surpasses the genre. There's no movie that will be better than Nightmare on Elm Street. It takes the best backstory of a serial killer, right? It's Freddy Krueger. Then it brings in the element of dream, and you bring in the element of a dream state in film and cinema, and you have the girl running up the stairs and she sinks into the stairs, and like you have all these like it makes sense to do like cool effects, and like it's just amazing film. You can't out of all the movies, that one is the most creative film I've ever came across. Like that's a creative movie.
And Johnny Depp gets sucked
into the bed, and there's just blood.
And did you watch
everywhere.
Did you watch the movies that made us, Nightmare on Elm Street one, when they show you the making of?
I don't know. I saw the making of, but I think I saw Home Alone.
Home Alone was good,
which was a good one.
Yeah. The Nightmare. The funny part about Johnny Depp, it was the director's. What was the director's name? It's so blanking.
Wes Craven.
His daughter,
yeah,
right?
Okay, so his daughter was like, oh, he's a good-looking guy.
So
let's get him in it.
That one girl.
I keep doing this
caused a chain reaction.
I kept doing this with my tongue.
Oh, yeah,
I think
that's what I'm doing too. I'm stopping myself.
I feel like there's certain things like you do the
I do this too.
I'm doing like a click.
I do that too, and I'm trying to stop. So I think the only way to fix those, is just to slow down the speech. But then it gets really boring, but then you don't have the ums and the ahs. I notice a lot of podcasts I've been watching, they go,
have the ums.
You know what I don't like is any podcast where somebody's trying to sound way too intelligent and go, so you wrote a book last week, And
yes, I did.
and
I did do a bit of the literature last week on the Gregorian calendar, which was Tuesday.
and you are you started off as a theater actor, if I'm not mistaken, and you
Yes.
studied in Juilliard. And
Yes.
now you're a Killer Roomba.
I concur.
So, can we give a brief outline of what Killer Roomba entails? It's a Killer Roomba. Obviously, it's in the title. It's a Roomba that kills. We don't want to give up too much information about the story, of course. But that's it. We don't really have to go into much.
Like
Game
a
over.
slasher movie, but with an AI robot.
With an AI robot, so it's very present. It's very today. It's very of the time.
But there's things that are, like Shaun of the Dead you brought up earlier. There's things that, like, you know, Shaun of the Dead, the zombies kind of move slow. They didn't run.
Yeah.
You know, there's things with the room where it's like you can just kind of like walk out of the room and you don't get killed.
Yeah.
So there's
Exactly.
there's that mentality where it's like, yeah, it's gonna kill me, but I could just walk out of the room and I'll be good.
Yeah.
So it's like there is that, but like the people that don't know about that, you know, and then the more creative the Roomba gets to kill people, it's like now I'm intrigued. How is the Roomba going to kill people?
I
Now
love
you have
it.
like a kind of like an Itchy and Scratchy. Remember the Simpsons? They had Itchy and Scratchy show.
Yeah.
So they kill each other, the whole cartoon, right? Spy versus spy. They try to kill each other. So you have this like cartoon thing where it's like, how are they going to kill each other? You don't know. So like that's sort of like what's the driving force of Killer Roomba, where it's like, what is this thing? What's a vacuum cleaner going to do its next kill?
Right. Yeah. That's what I want. I want to keep watching. I'm intrigued. I finally read the script on it. I should have read the script a long time ago, but I'm very bad at reading. I have this undiagnosed ADHD or something.
I read The Master of Pulpits in a day.
How? That was 120 pages.
But here's the thing. I read it in a day, and then I came back to you, right? And I told you, I said to you, you don't remember this? I said, I've
don't
gotten
remember.
sent so many scripts to me. And I've tried to read all of these scripts, like, and it takes me like a week sometimes. Your script, I read it in a day.
I'm a good writer.
I don't know what happened. I was just like reading it and I was going next. And I read the whole thing. And I was like, well, I read it in one sitting. I was like, we have to make this movie.
Yeah. And that's you're the reason I made them. You're the reason I was able to make the movie because
I literally was like, I need it.
You helped me produce it to the point where if you didn't help me with the movie, that movie would not never been made. And you pushed me. You helped me produce it. You brought in other producers and helped me get actors.
It needed to get made.
It needed to get
was
made.
just like,
I needed to.
There's a good story.
Yeah,
This is it.
my dad had just died. And when I started writing it, I had to do something. He inspired me after he died to write this film, and I took my road trip. I took a road trip for about a month and a half around north, all the way up to Vancouver, down Texas. I went all around the United States and wrote the movie on my road trip, and it was life changing, and I'm so happy I did it. And anybody else, any other filmmakers, if you have a story, my greatest advice I could give anybody is just write. Write. Don't wait for other people. Don't wait for scripts. If you're an actor, you're a film, whatever, just write. Because once you finish that script, it'll push you to actually make the movie.
And also
And you're
take
in
a
the
road
same-
trip.
And the road trip, yeah. I'll take a
That
road
helps.
trip. You have to get out of your zone.
You also said you told me a few other tips. It's just doing on like an iPad or like
Do
a
it on an
journal or
iPad.
something like that. You did mention that. That's an important thing. That's helped. You know, just like if whatever you're writing, if it has to be final draft and you have to download $200 software, then do it. Like, you know, if that's what makes you do it, do it. Buy that software.
Have it on you. That's the greatest advice. Is if you have an iPad.
Yeah.
If you're writing on a laptop or a desktop, it's not going to work.
You probably write on your phone, actually. in a way.
Yeah.
Maybe emailing you.
It's easier, but your fingers, you got to be able to type. So what I had was a portable type keyboard with an iPad that allowed me to just open up.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
once I had that, it was so much easier to type. And it allowed me, anytime I had an idea, I was able to write in it. So, and you wrote your movie, you did it, and I'm going to take a little bit of credit. I said, dude, just write it. I say, just write it.
Actually,
if you write it, they will come.
I wrote multiple versions.
Mm-hmm.
I have different, backstories of the Roomba. I
Yeah.
wrote tons of different things. Like, we could have multiple versions of this movie.
Yeah, and you took years to craft the story you wanted to
People
tell.
like the scientist version.
The scientist version. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember the scientist.
The scientist version is actually really good.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. We even actually went so far as to storyboard it.
I think so.
I still have the storyboards in my room over there.
Yeah.
But I think
I
the
still like
version,
that
I like the
version.
version you have now because I'm still.
Yeah.
I like the idea that it's
more horror film.
horror
More
film
horror,
and it's believable in the sense that I could see a Roomba getting hacked, and they have Wi-Fi Roombas now.
Well,
So
you are also interpreting it like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I'm showing you certain things that are happening within this one location. So there is up for debate.
yes,
It's always up for debate.
it's up for debate.
That's what
like
I do want to say. It's
Yeah.
always up for debate.
Yeah.
but
So
yeah.
we're about 35, 40 minutes in already. So I think we gonna wrap up soon. Is there anything else we need to talk about Killer Roomba before we part? And Alexis is also producing
Yes.
this film. So let's give Alexis a shout out. Thank you, Alexis, for you're a producer I say extraordinaire a lot on this
Doing
show.
a lot-
But Alexis is
Yeah.
one of the best producers I've ever worked with because I worked with her and you and Alex SO on The Carnal Soul, which was really a great experience. It was one of the best films I've worked in because it was so tight. Everything was thought of. Everything was on time. Great first AD. Everybody was great. And Bob Gunton, amazing to work with. I can't believe.
Yeah, that was great.
To work with.
Going back to Alexis.
Yeah, going back to Alexis.
Great producer. She's
Amazing
talking with John, the actor, the lead actor that I have working on this, who's an intelligent, awesome dude. He's running for office in Bend, Oregon. So anyone up there, support him out. And, he's on to really great stuff. And,
Bend, Oregon.
it's gonna be a very good film. I'm gonna make it as best as I possibly can.
And you have John DeFazio.
I have good people behind me.
He's a great cinematographer.
I think it's gonna be a hit.
Yeah,
I'm very excited about it. We have a Instagram.
Yeah.
If you want to follow the
let's plug the
Instagram,
Instagram.
at Killer Roomba,
At Killer Roomba, we'll put it down here.
and we also have a YouTube page. So we're gonna be all over the place.
And the production company is
Hypnoscope Productions.
That is the actual podcast you're watching. We also make films. So we
Yeah.
podcast and we interview. We have our guests are mostly actors and producers, filmmakers. We'll veer off in different topics once in a while, but we have a lot of films that we like to.
And
promote.
we talked a lot about Master of Pulpits
Master of Pulpits
on this episode, so we should probably get some Master of Pulpits actors involved in the
Yes.
podcast as well.
Shout out to Ryan Vincent and Danny Hansen.
We should definitely get them.
We're going to put it out there into the universe.
Among other people.
Love to get you guys on the show eventually when we have more than 61 subscribers. Maybe actually we bring
No, this is that they would bring this.
They would bring it
bring the people.
right.
You
Okay.
know what
So
I mean?
yeah. Plus, I think they're really good. They're really good people and they're really good guys. So I'd love to chat with them again, and I appreciate them for joining our project. So,
Heck yeah.
Is there
So check it
anything
out.
else? So we have
That's it.
we're here to promote Killer Roomba, which is coming up. So follow the Instagram page. Check what else is there? You said there's a YouTube page.
Instagram is the main thing. The
Instagram.
YouTube, there is a YouTube. I have not been posting on that. I'm the only one running it. The Instagram is the main, and we're gonna have it's gonna be very fun when
Yeah.
we start shooting, because then we'll have like live streams and all this stuff. So definitely get on the Instagram.
Okay. So I think with that, is there any other final words or anything? I think we're good. We're already at a good 40 minutes, which is probably one of the
Very
world
good.
records. So thank you again, Ryan, for coming out. We will check in with you again soon, and I can't wait to start filming with you. I'll make sure to have my place ready to go for filming, and we'll say goodbye for now. And thank you for joining us, and thank you all for watching. And we are out,
Yes. Thank you.
out and about. Peace and love.